morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to refresh my feed, so just let me know when you're here by saying hi. Let's see here. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. It's going to get hot here this weekend. We had cool weather yesterday and today, so it's kind of funny that we're still going to have some hot weather. It kind of comes and goes in September and October, so it's kind of strange. All right, there we go. Hey Tammy, good morning. All right, so this morning I wanted to start off with the raffle prize, which was this lovely ribbon, this metallic ribbon, and the winner is Sherry Dawson. So congratulations, Sherry. I will mail this out to you once you send me your address. And the prize for this week is the Magnolia Lane 3D embossing folder. It's one of the best embossing folders that Stampin' Up! Has. It's just gorgeous. And if you look it up on Pinterest or anywhere else, you're going to just see beautiful samples of what you can do with this folder. So please comment and share this video to be entered into the raffle. All right, so I need to do something real quick here. I didn't quite get all set up. So I need to set up my phone. Okay. It looks like it needs to come over this way. All right, had some technical difficulties logging in this morning, so I wasn't quite set up and ready. I apologize. Move those out of the way. All right, so today, good morning, Irene. We're going to learn how to make some never-ending cards. Have you guys ever seen never-ending cards before? They're pretty cool. So they can come in any size, but this is a 6x6. And so it just opens up like this, and then like this, and then like this. And then we start over, and you can just keep going and going and going and going. And you can open it this way, or you could flip it 90 degrees and open it right to left. And keep going and going. Aren't these cool? Have you guys seen these before? They're super fun. I'm going to show you how to make them. It's really not that hard. You're going to be so surprised. Good morning, Martha. All right. So here's the never-ending card. And here are the supplies. This is a basic template that I always make when I'm doing something new. So basically, this is a 3x6 piece of cardstock, and it's scored at 1.5 inches from either side, and you're going to have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically, all you're doing is putting some adhesive here in the corners to adhere these 4 pieces together. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I've got all my things right here. So I've got these 4 pieces. So I'm just going to put 2 next to each other side by side. And I'm going to use Fast Fuse. You're going to want to use a strong adhesive like Fast Fuse or red liner tape, because these are going to move around a lot and get used a lot. So you're going to want something pretty strong. I need some more in that corner. There we go. And then I'm going to line this up perpendicular 90 degrees with this corner right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing, line these two up, and then line this up with the other corner right there, like that. So we have our start right there. And then we'll put some adhesive in these corners right here. And just going to make sure that this lines up with this, so I might have a little bit of an edge that I'll trim off later. But that is, woohoo! See, this is why you need to put the strong adhesive on. You need those corners to really stick. But this is the base of your card. So you can go and use your bone folder to really score on all the lines. Make sure they fold really nicely both ways. All right, so we've got our base ready. So that's it. That's how you make a never-ending card. Isn't that fun and easy? And now the hard part is actually decorating it, because there's so many pieces used to decorate it. So let's get going with some of these pieces. So you are going to cut for this one. Each square, large square, is 3 inches. So I made these pieces 2 7/8. I'm just going to fit that right in there, and it's just going to have a tiny, tiny bit of an edge around it. And then this is a 1.5 by 3. So I just did a 1 3/8 by 2 7/8 on each of these. And for this front piece, you're going to need 4 of those. You're going to need 8 in total of these sized pieces. So I've got 8 here. It's a lot of cutting, but I think it's worth it. And so we've almost got this front decorated. Like that. And then I've cut this out from the Petals dies and stamped thanks from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, which is what I'm using. So I use this thanks right here. And I've also used the Magnolia blooms that coordinates with this stamp set. So I'll show you that as well. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on here. Just do 2. And I would suggest not doing a ton of dimensionals on a never-ending card, just because it does need to be somewhat flat. And you do want this piece to kind of fit in between so that when you fold it, it's not getting crushed. Okay, so that's the first piece. So now for the second piece, let's open this up. We have our 2 stamped images inside of the card. And then we have our little pieces, and you'll need 8 of these little pieces. And these are 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. So I'm just going to quickly put some of these in the corners. Yeah, this paper is super pretty. This is the Magnolia Lane paper. Really pretty paper. And so I'm using a Mossy Meadow card base. Let's see, it looks like, oh, I forgot, there's a trick to this one right here. So you see these pieces right here, they're actually full pieces right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the stamping for a moment and decorate this piece right here. So you'll need 6 of these 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So 2 for the front, 2 for this side, and 2 for the back. And you don't have to decorate each piece. You can leave some blank or stamp on them. So there's lots of different ways to decorate this never-ending card. All right, so that's my last little piece. So like I said, you need 8 of those. All right, and then we'll go ahead and just finish up the back. So the back looks like this. So I have these other pretty pieces of paper. And you could add more sentiments and more stamping to this card as well. I'm going to go this way. And then I've got my last 4 pieces here. So it doesn't take that long to decorate. It does take a little while to cut these pieces out, but once you get the hang of it, it goes fairly quickly. All right, I have a little bit of extra, so now let's go back to the stamped images. So we've got Magnolia and some sentiments. So those are in basic black or the Memento black. So I'll stamp thank you. And the Magnolia. And I'll do it on the other piece as well. Okay. And then for the sentiment, I'm going to do a little bit of masking. So I've got my little post-it notes here, and I'm going to mask the word not, because otherwise this sentiment is too long and it doesn't fit. So I'm just going to try to just ink up this part. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to try and fit this. It's very tight on the bottom here. Okay, mostly got it straight. And then I'm going to clean off this piece right here. I'm going to grab a chamois. This one's dry. Need to get my chamois wet. I'll just clean it over here. And then I'm going to just ink up the knot. Let's see if I can do this. Mostly. Just a little bit of ink on that. Let me try this way. And you could mask this way too. I'm just doing this the hard way. Knot. Okay. See if I can line that up. Pretty good. There we go. Hello, Fran. Thanks for joining me. And then I've got some blends here. So I just used the dark petal pink to kind of highlight some of the interior of the flower, and just kind of went around the edges. Do you guys have some blends? Do you love them as much as I do? I love them. They just make it so fun to color and easy too. Don't have to be an artist. You can make things look just as beautiful as an artist with these blends. That's why I stamp. I'm not an artist. So I can stamp the image, I don't have to draw it, and I can just color it in. So I'm coloring in with the petal pink dark, just kind of around the interior of all the petals. Get this one over here. And then I'm going to do the leaves. Just a little bit of dark old olive in the center of these leaves. And then we'll do the old olive light to color it in, finish it off. And then we can add these to the card. All right. So we'll just put this one right here. And we'll put this one over here. And there we go. We've got our never-ending card. And like I said, you could add more sentiments to it, but I like the simpleness of this one, the simplicity of this one. Just thanks, and then you open it up. Thank you, not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. Really like that sentiment. And it just opens and opens and opens, and you can just sit here forever fascinated with its never-ending properties. All right, so I wanted to show you another one really quickly. I'm not going to be stamping the whole thing, but I wanted to show you how you can flip it 90 degrees. So this one is opened top and bottom, and this one is open side to side. And this is using the mosaic paper, and it has this shiny detail on the birds and on the leaves, and then on these little flowers, and then on the roses. It's really, really pretty paper. And then this one has the roses and the brick and the leaves, and it's all over. So I've already started this one off, and I just haven't stamped the pieces. So I'm going to stamp the pieces and put those in. So I've got two pieces, and one of them is a tree. And what you do is you stamp it, and then you're going to cut it in half. So we will do that. We will use garden green ink, which is missing for that tree. We'll start with the tree base. And the tree base is an early espresso. This is kind of a leaning tree. So we're going to stamp it towards the bottom. We're going to let it lean to the right. And then we're going to go find the garden green ink. Oh, garden green ink, where are you? There we go. And we'll stamp the tree. We can stamp the tree several times. So we'll stamp it here. We'll stamp it over here. We'll make it a really full tree. So pretty. And now we're going to cut this in half. So let me get my trimmer. So this is a little bit less than 3, so it's a little tricky because you can't quite do 1 1/2. I'm going to do 1 15/16. Hopefully that's pretty much half. And then I can put it on here, starting with the top. And I'm going to push it right to the edge. and the bottom. And push that up. Try to line that up right there. So we've got our tree. And then we open it up and open it up. And now we're going to do sentiment. All the pieces of your kindness make my life more beautiful. So we're going to stamp that in garden green as well. And these stamps are coming from the Memorable Mosaic stamp set. So here's the tree and here's the sentiment. It also coordinates with a punch. It's in a bundle with a punch. And then you've got these little extra pieces as well. So let's stamp this one right here in the middle. And then put that to be cleaned. And then we're going to use these 3 colors. We'll start with Calypso Coral. And we'll just kind of stamp randomly around some flowers. Some little flowers. And then I'll clean this off. And then we will do the next color, which is Petal Pink. So we'll stamp the flowers around. And I'm doing 5 of each flower. Odd numbers, for some reason, are more pleasing to the eye. And then I'll do 5 of the crushed curry flowers. 5. Yay, so now we will cut this one in half. We'll do the 1 15/16 again. And this one goes on the top. And this one goes on the bottom. There we go. And we've got our sentiment. We've got our never-ending card, beautifully decorated. La! What do you guys think? I hope you like these cards. They're pretty fun to make. And next week I will have, let's see, what are we doing next week? Oh, I'm having the Harvest Hello class. So I'm going to show you a stamp set from the holiday catalog that comes in a bundle with a punch that can punch a pumpkin or an apple. So I'm going to show you how I made these 3 cards. So thank you so much for joining me and for watching, and please comment and share to be entered into the raffle to win this Magnolia 3D embossing folder. It's really pretty, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.